Hello and welcome to another exciting talk that we're going to have today about the power of our subconscious mind. In fact, everybody needs to know this. This is very critical. Everybody needs to know about this, right? Because you pray, all of us pray, right? You pray for something and you don't get it. You actually want something and you don't get it. And then you keep asking, oh, did God not hear? Or did God not answer? Or God doesn't want to answer? And the truth is, it's not God who is actually the fault, it's our fault, right? So today we are going to understand what one of the reasons, there could be other reasons that we're going to talk about later, but today we want to start to find out, like, how does our mind influence our answers to prayers or our answers to things that we're actually looking for. But before we dive into that, for those meeting me for the first time, my name is Sonewang Mbule. I'm a teacher and I'm a law of attraction coach, and this channel is going to help you to start to use your mind to get what you want, because our minds are actually like a genie that God has given us to, like, grant us our wishes, right? But most of us don't know how to use it, and most of us don't even use it at all for anything that we actually want. So today we want to see how our subconscious mind, how it plays a part in giving us answers to prayers or to whatever we actually want. Now you find out in a previous video that I've talked about our mind. Our mind is actually made up of three departments. It's not like the mind is actually two divided. No, it's actually made up of three departments, where you have the conscious mind, which is a mind made up of all the wishes and desires, what you can do consciously. Maybe you want to go out, maybe you want to sit, stand. That's the choice of your conscious mind to make that decision. So you're making a decision by yourself consciously. And then you have your subconscious mind, which is a mind made up of all your programs, like what controls your happiness, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you react to people, what makes you want to go to a particular place and not go to another. So all your programs, from your genes, from your environment when you were young, from your parents, from your brothers and sisters, or your community while you grew up, all these have been programmed in your subconscious mind from the ages 0 to 7. So you find out that there are many things that you actually be doing in life that are not actually you deciding, but because your subconscious mind has been programmed in that way, those things just manifest in your life automatically, because thoughts pass through our minds constantly. Now the thing is, the third department of our mind is our superconscious mind, which is the God within every man. I think the Bible actually says that the kingdom of God is within man, so everybody has that superconscious mind, which is perfect pattern the perfect pattern of every man is found in his superconscious mind, and it keeps coming to your conscious mind as flashes of consciousness. And most times we always think that it's too good to be true, but it actually is something that God has put in every man that makes him unique, and that makes him able to fulfill his actual purpose in life, because everybody has a purpose, right? So that is in your superconscious mind, and it comes to you sometimes in flashes, but most times many people think that it's too good to be true, so they don't actually follow towards that. But what we are actually keen on looking at today is our subconscious mind, how our subconscious mind plays a role on our answered prayers, or giving us the things that we actually wish to have, right? Now, the truth is, our subconscious mind is actually working on pictures, images, and feelings. So if you have any pictures that run through your mind, images that run through your mind, and particular feelings, that's how our subconscious mind bring to manifestation the things that happen in our lives on a daily basis. And then you find out sometimes you just keep telling yourself, like, oh, why does this thing keep happening to me? I don't want it, but it keeps happening. That's the thing that you want. It keeps happening. The thing that you want maybe doesn't happen, but the one that you don't want keeps happening. Why the one that you don't want keeps happening is because you have a program that runs on your subconscious, that's without your conscious effort, runs on your subconscious mind on autopilot. So you are not in control of that thought, because thoughts, we have thoughts of about 6,000 thoughts that run through our mind in a day. So scientists have actually proven that we have about 6,000 thoughts that run through our mind in a day. So actually you cannot be able to pick up all those thoughts. So these thoughts run through your mind on autopilot, and you are not probably aware that these thoughts are running through your mind. Now, because your subconscious mind gives you manifestations based on pictures that run through your mind, based on images that run through your mind, or the feelings that you have, these things begin to manifest in your life, and then you are like, why is this and why is this happening in my life like this. So what I want to say exactly today is this: our thoughts and our words are exactly seeds. So it's like, let's just take the analogy of the earth, right? You know that the earth is actually divided into three parts. You have the crust, which is the surface on which we are moving right now. You have the second layer, which is the mantle, and then you have the third layer, which is the core. So the mantle is that area that has all the energy that manifests on the surface. So now if you take a seed, for example, and put it into the earth, because the earth has been programmed to produce seed after its kind. Once you put in a seed of corn, the earth is going to give you the result of a corn stalk, and then the corn crops that you have out of that. Now, that the way you take a seed and put it into the earth and it gives you a crop after its kind is the same way that when you take a thought or a word and that word is in your mind, or that thought is running through your mind. It's like you have taken a seed of that thought and put it in your subconscious mind. So their subconscious mind is always there to give you exactly what you are asking for. You get? So now where this affects our answers to prayers is that maybe you're praying about something, but now you're preparing for another. For example, you can be praying that, oh God, give me a new house, and then the next minute you turn your back and you're like, when is this house going to come? Like, where will I even have the money to buy this house? Or what do I actually do now? What happens is that at that point where you start asking those questions, you have dived now into worry. So once you dive into worry, it means that you're actually now vibrating at the energy of worry. You're vibrating at the energy of anxiety, and you're vibrating at the energy of fear, because we have said before that everything in the universe is made up of energy. Means our thoughts, our words, and our actions, all of those things are made up of energy. So once you pray about something, even though you're very strong in praying about that thing, but the next minute, once you start being afraid, or once you start being anxious, or start worrying about how that thing will come about, not leaving it to the power of the universe or the power of God to be able to bring that into manifestation, then you are now vibrating in an energy of fear or an energy of worry. And once you start vibrating at an energy of worry, therefore you begin to attract worry, you attract more fear to you rather than attracting what you're praying for. Now this brings us to the fact that you see many of us, like maybe somebody has you've seen a man of God and he has actually prophesied to you on something, but you're expecting that thing, yes, but the problem is at the back of your mind, you're thinking your previous thoughts of worry, your previous fears that you've had, like whenever somebody has prayed for me, it has not come to pass. But when you bring those past thoughts into, you see that seed that you've sown in is not manifesting at its right energy. You're trying to bring in another energy, and then that thing does not manifest. So what happens, what we can actually do is that the first thing I want you to know is that if you're actually looking at achieving something, you should put it in the back of your mind that this is what you want. As you should set it the goal, and know that this is what I'm actually looking for. It's the same like just putting in your mind that you're putting a seed to the ground. You get? Now our subconscious mind is just like a recorder, I can say. But I'm just using this because I want us to have an idea of how this functions, because even if you just say it and you don't have an idea and you can attach it to, you might not really get the sense out of it. It's just like you are a singer, and then you're recording your tracks, right? So when you're recording those tracks, what's actually happening is that even if you cough or you sneeze, once the recording is going on, that sneeze, that cough gets recorded in your video, and there's no way you can actually remove that except you want to like edit it. So the thing is this: what do you think about the words that you say? They actually get like recorded on your subconscious mind, because they are passing there as thoughts and they're passing there as images. So they have a particular frequency. So once that energy is passing at that when that thought is passing on your mind, or that word is running through your mind, that is energy in your subconscious mind at that point. So because that's energy at that point, that energy is going to manifest for you in real life or in the surface. Therefore, if you want to manifest something, you have to first of all be sure, oh, this is my goal, this is what I'm actually looking at manifesting. Or you stand there. So that's the seed. The first thing is everything is a seed. Your thought is a seed, your word is a seed. Once you put that word in the ground, you don't have to waver about it. It's just like taking a seed, put in the ground, at the same time you remove that seed, or the same time you're coming to check all the time, maybe the seed is not doing well, let me remove it and put it again. Once you start disturbing that, you see that the plant does not do well as it ought to do. So the first thing is to put in your mind, everything is a seed. Now once you put that seed into the ground, the seed introduces the product. Now if you put a mango seed in the ground, it's clear that the mango tree must give you the tree of mango and the fruits thereof. So every seed introduces the products. So whatever products you're having in your life right now, it is now trying to tell you the seeds that you've put in. So if you're having lots of difficulties in your life right now, maybe lots of fear, lots of anxiety, actually means that you are sowing a seed of fear and anxiety, and that is giving you the product. That is giving you now the tree of the mango or the pear or whatever it is. So to be able to know what you are sowing or the energy that you're putting in, you simply need to look at the results that you're having. What results am I having? Look at the results that you're having, and the results are able to predict to you the seeds that are manifesting to produce that result, and then you can start to change them. Now the second thing that you should know is that every seed has an incubation period, right? So when you put in a seed in the ground, like you put in a prayer, you put in a word, or you put in a particular thought about something, you don't need to quickly just put it in and waver. What do you need to do and go away? What you need to do is that you have to stay, let your seed, for not to let your seed die, you have to keep watering the seed, you have to keep nurturing the seed, you have to keep expecting that your crop will grow after its kind, you get. So once you are in that situation, you've put a particular thought in the ground, that is a prayer or a word or something that you want to manifest. The second thing you need to do is you need to nurture that seed. You need to nurture that seed. So you need to nurture that seed by constantly affirming that particular statement. Now that brings us to affirmations that we actually teach in our course. That brings us to affirmation. You have to constantly affirm that this is my seed, this is what I want, and you stay there. You water it, you nurture it. You don't let the thought, don't let weeds come and choke that thought. You get? Because when other thoughts of negativity now or fear come in, they will now choke that particular seed that you've sown, and then the seed will not be able to produce what you're actually praying for. So now when you've put the seed in the ground, first thing, the second thing is now nurture the seed. Nurture the seed by watering it, by keeping that thought in mind, by holding that thought in your mind, so that even if thoughts of fear come in, you keep affirming. Maybe God is my supply, and you keep saying God is my supply, I know no lack, or something like that. Anything you get. Or God is my health, I refuse to be sick, I cannot be sick, or something. Anything that you can do, any biblical statement that you can do, any word of power, any affirmations. We actually teach, in our courses, we actually teach people how to write perfect affirmations. So you keep that thought in your mind, you nurture that thought by continuously affirming that particular thing. Now once you keep affirming that thing, that's the second step. The third step, you keep affirming it. The third step is that you have to understand that everything has an incubation period, so you give it time. You get? So it's not every time. There's a possibility that miracles happen and then immediately but you also find out that everything needs some time. So give it some time. Even if it's not manifesting at the time when you want it to manifest, give it time. You get? Give it time and keep being positive and keep nurturing. Keep nurturing, keep watering it, keep sowing, keep expecting that seed will produce. Now that was the third thing. And then the fourth thing is believe that it has happened, because the Bible says that if you ask for a thing, believe that it has already happened before you receive. So if you don't believe that you can receive it, then you cannot manifest it. So every seed, to be able to know what your seed is, ask yourself, what are my results in life? What are the things that I'm getting out of life? If you're getting things that you're not happy about, maybe you're getting some failure, maybe you're getting some lack or discouragement or stress, it actually means that result is the product of a seed that you've put in the ground. It means that at some point, even though you've been praying for something, you've been actually sowing seeds of fear and anxiety and frustration in that seed, and that's what produces, because everything is energy, and things that vibrate at the same energy level, they attract they attract the same frequency, they attract each other. So what you want to do is this: if you actually want to have answers to your prayers, if you actually want to get the thing that you actually are looking for, number one is sow the seed in the ground. Be everything is a seed, every thought is a seed. Now you ask me, with all the with all the thoughts that we have in on our minds every day, how can you control your thoughts? Now that brings us to another lesson that I'm going to come up with, which is consciousness. You have to be aware of what your thoughts are, so you have to be able to catch your thoughts very fast. So if you have something in mind, number one, you have a seed, you sow a seed, which is the word, which is a thought or something that you want. Put that seed in the ground, means that you have put that seed in your subconscious mind, you've prayed about it. Now you stay awake to that thought. It means that this, when anything comes to maybe talk against that particular thing, your subconscious mind will always be against you, be like, oh, maybe of your consciousness, so this is not what you usually do this one now and all that. So when all those thoughts, they come like weeds into your seed, you are conscious enough to know that this is what I want, and you take those thoughts out and bring in positive thoughts, and bring in the thoughts that tie to the seed that you've put in. So number one, everything is a seed, and the seed introduces the product. So you put in the right seed of what you're praying for. The second thing is that you have to keep nurturing that seed. You have to keep watering your seed. You have to keep expecting that your crop will grow. Be positive that this my crop is going to grow. You nurture it, and you nurture the seed, and you water the seed by doing what? By continuously affirming that particular thing and believing that it will come to pass. Keep affirming, keep believing. The third step is give everything some time, right? Everything takes time. So even if you don't expect everything to happen overnight, sure there are miracles, but if you're praying for something and you're not able to get the results at that moment, give it some time, because everything takes time. Before you grow from a child to today, it took time. If you put a seed in the ground, the seed does not grow tomorrow. It will take some time to sprout. So give everything some time, but even in that time, keep nurturing, keep watering that seed. And the last thing is always believe in your seed, that this seed is going to produce after its kind. This seed must produce. If I put in a mango seed will give me fruits of mango. If I put in an orange seed will give me products of orange. So keep believing in your seed, keep believing in your thoughts that you actually want, and watch them manifest. So I'm looking forward to see you in our next video. But before you leave, please like our video and subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon, because whenever we post any things or tips that are going to help you to manifest faster, or to change your mindset, to improve your attractions in life, you always be notified. So it's important to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so whenever we come on live, you are notified. And you might also want to share this video to friends and family, because this might help somebody. It might not be helpful to you, but there's somebody looking for this, just to help him manifest something, or help him understand maybe why he has not been having the attractions that he needs to actually have. So looking forward to see you in our next video. But before you go, hit the like button, click subscribe, and share to somebody, so that another person gets some benefits from watching this video. So thank you for watching, and keep practicing. Make sure you practice. Don't just listen. Knowledge is very important, but practicing is key. So make sure you practice every day. What you sow is what you reap. It's the law of seed time and harvest. It doesn't change. So if you sow the right seed, you get the right result. So keep sowing the right seeds, keep being positive, take out any negativity. Negativity is weed. Take out every negativity and watch your seed blossom to what you actually want to achieve. So thank you, and have a great day.